Continuing our discussion, I want to refer back to the invisible hand as discussed by Adam Smith in his book, The Wealth of Nations, published in 1776. He describes a situation where buyers and sellers come together, and actually the buyer with the highest value will be matched to the seller with the lowest value, creating the highest possible economic value or the difference between the high value and the low value. Just a note to remember that, and we'll see how that works when we analyze it under supply and demand. First, let's take a look at some pizza buyers. Interviewed a number of buyers, and then I sorted them from the buyer that valued the pizza the highest to the buyer that valued the pizza the lowest. And this is what I found. Each person indicated the highest value that they would be willing to pay, from Ollie at 40 down to Turkey at 26. Now, if we were to assume that the price of pizza was 29, how many buyers would we actually have? Well, we could just count them up. Ali, Abdullah, Ahmed, Faisal, Mohammed, Mahmoud would all be willing to buy the pizza because they value it more than the price. And their value creation in this case would be the difference between the price they paid and their value. Ali, for example, values the pizza at 40. He pays 29. He would generate 11 Riyals in value. Each one of the customers would be generating value when they paid that price. We note here that Sultan in Turkey would not buy the pizza because the price at 29 is above the value that they place on the pizza. Now let's assume that the price were to increase to 35. How many buyers would we now have for the pizza? Well, we can just count those up. Ali, Abdullah, and Ahmed would still buy the pizza because they value it more than the price. But the other 5 buyers would no longer be interested in the pizza because the price now is above their value. Hopefully this makes sense. We can also take a look at their value and what the price is and calculate the individual value created from each purchase. And then when we add that up, we get a total value of 36 that's created. You see how that works? Now, if the price were to increase to, note here also that Sultan and Turkey are not buyers because they value the pizza less than the price. Now, you note here that if the price were to increase to 35, there's still some surplus that's created from the first 3 buyers, but the other 5 buyers are no longer in the market, and our total surplus is dropped down to only 9. We can also look at the sellers in the market. If there are sellers, and for example, I went out and looked at different sellers and found that Domino would be willing to sell a pizza for 20, Pizza Hut at 25, and I would be willing to sell a pizza for 30. The question is, who would be in the market if the price was 29? Well, Domino's would be interested, and so would Pizza Hut, but I wouldn't be interested because it cost me 30 and the price is only 29. Now, what if the price were to increase to 35? What would happen? Well, Domino's would still be in the market as well as Pizza Hut, but that higher price would actually attract me to the market because now the price is above my cost at 30. Hopefully this makes sense.